Hi, my name's Helen. This is my channel, Helen Mary Jo. If you're new here, then welcome. If you're returning, thank you. And if you're a Hell's Bell, hello. So today I am doing a haul in my haul, and this one is a two haul. So two is the clothing range at Sainsbury's, which is in the UK is one of our largest supermarket chains. And thank goodness the weather has changed and it's not so hot, because there's a lot of jumpers in this haul and it's kind of all quite autumnal. So yeah, it's still really warm. It's not scorching like the weekend on Saturday. It was so hot, oh my goodness. We were up in Cirencester with our friends, who I have to give a shout out. So there is Nick and Lynn, Paul and Bernie, and we met them on the cruise when we went to Japan. Sadly, Paul and Bernie had COVID, so they were locked up for a lot of the time. So that was a bit rubbish for them, because it was their 25th wedding anniversary celebration. So yeah, they got some money back on insurance, but you know, it doesn't bring the holiday back, does it? But anyway, we had a lovely weekend. The weather on Saturday, good Lord, it was so hot. And I don't know, 30 in England doesn't feel like 30 in Spain, does it? But I guess that's because you're not lying next to a pool with a glass of sangria in your hand. But Cirencester is beautiful. I would happily go back there another time when it wasn't so hot, because to be really honest with you, it's hard to traipse around a city, however beautiful it is. I think it's a city. Is it a city or a town? Anyway, it's beautiful whatever way you look at it. And yeah, so we had a walk around and we kind of saw the big church and stuff there, and some lovely little shops and things. And yeah, we had a nice weekend. It was funny, as we got there, we decided to take the scenic route up. It's about a 2-hour journey from here. And we were 3 minutes away from our destination, and all of the traffic came to a complete standstill. And like, we were about 3 cars off the roundabout, and if we'd have been 5 minutes earlier, we wouldn't have got caught up in this. But there was the great, I think it's called the Great Northern Bike Ride or something. It was huge. I mean, there was all people running down the road. We thought there'd been a big accident, because we didn't know what was going on. Anyway, that held us up for about 15 or 20 minutes, which was a bit of a pain. Some woman came along and knocked on my window, and she said, "Could you move your car, please?" And I said, where do you want me to move it? And so she said, "Well, you just need to go just over there, sideways." I said, "Well, my car doesn't move sideways." So for God's sake, she had a gap she could have got through, but no. I said, "If you knock on all these cars and get them to move, I can move forward, but I cannot physically move sideways." Honestly, some people so entitled. And after she squeezed through, a flipping lorry went through after her, so it wasn't exactly tight. Anyway, I'm off again moaning. But yeah, so we had a nice weekend and we had a great run back, and the weather on Sunday was so dramatically different. It was pouring down with rain on Sunday morning. We went to a little village called Bybury, which I think is quite famous around there, because they do a lot of what do you call it, period dramas and stuff there, like Jane Austen and all that. Absolutely beautiful. But it must be such a pain to live there, because it's literally teeming with tourists. Anyway, we had a great weekend. I would highly recommend that part of the world. Very different, very beautiful. Everywhere you look, there's beautiful scenery. And yeah, so thumbs up for the weekend. Back to reality now. Enjoying my ruggable rug that I put up. You would have seen that on the channel. The other one is on its way, so that'd be easy to lay, because that's just a little runner for the kitchen. People in America are very familiar with them, and they seem to have good reviews. So fingers crossed, it's okay so far. And yeah, I mean, the test will be when it needs cleaning or washing or whatever. But yeah, so I'll crack on with this video. If you haven't subscribed, I haven't asked this for quite a few videos actually, but if you haven't subscribed, please do. Only about 50% of my viewers are subscribed, and it makes all the difference to the way that YouTube kind of feed the channel out to people. So please consider it, even if it's not normally your thing. And I'll add into that, I don't subscribe to many channels at all. And I don't really know why, because it doesn't really affect your life, but I kind of it's just not a thing I generally do. So it's cheeky of me to ask you, but I would appreciate it. Anyway, I'll crack on now with this haul. Like I say, I think there's quite a few jumpers in there, and it is actually warmer than I thought. So hopefully you won't just see a pool of grease on the floor where I've melted. And yeah, I'll get on with that now. So the first thing I have on is this striped sweater, which is £22. It's an acrylic polyester mix. Obviously at £22 you're not going to get wool, but I just thought it was quite fun. I do feel a bit like Dennis the Menace, who's a cartoon character over here. This was £22. Then with it I've got a pair of Ponte trousers. Now a lady, I can't remember who, asked me to look out for Ponte trousers, and these were the only ones available in Sainsbury's, and they are a petite, but they fit me actually just fine, which is a bit ridiculous given that I'm 5'6", but I've got the shortest legs on the planet. So, and these were just £12, so I don't know if they were in the sale or not. They're not what I'd call a good Ponte. Now, to me, a good Ponte is quite thick, and these are not. But they're very comfortable. They just pull on. They've got pockets. I'll show you the whole thing. Quite neat. As I say, you know, a tapered leg. But, you know, I mean, to be fair, it's a very, very comfortable outfit. I'm just going to put my hair up because it's a bit... kind of getting in the way of everything, isn't it? Hang on. So yeah, I've actually got this jumper in a blue as well, so I'll pop that on as well. So I don't know, I mean, for cheap and cheerful, these trousers can't be beaten, can they really? Because they're one up on a legging. I don't know, I might keep them for £12. You know, if you've just got a day at home, I've got a nice thick waistband. Oh no, they are £12. That is the price. They're not reduced. So yeah, they do the job, that's for sure. Like I say, if you just want to be in the house and comfortable, they're more flattering than a legging. So that's the first jumper. I'll just quickly pop on the other jumpers so that you can kind of see the other colourway. So first off, I just wanted to show you the fabric on the Ponte trousers. It's not that easy to see, but you can see it hasn't got that typical, you know, Ponte is kind of almost, doesn't have a weave, does it? It's kind of flat fabric, quite thick. This is called Ponte, but I would say it's more like a jersey, really, to be honest. What's it made from? God, the tiniest writing on the planet. Viscose and polyester. So that's the jeggings, but not jeggings, Ponte trousers, but for £12 they're not bad at all, very comfortable. Now this is the alternative colourway. This is £22 as well, obviously, and these are all 18s. I think they're sized rather than, yeah, it's 18. I prefer this camel colour with the blue to the ivory and cream. Now with this, I changed the trousers because I'd also ordered a pair of 18 regular black straight leg jeans. Now when I went in, there was hardly any sizes left, and I would, you know, happily alter jeans. And when I've taken these off, I'll show you how I do that. You know, most of you probably know, but I'll show you. But these actually feel too big. I mean, what is it with sizes? So you can see they've got an awful lot of room around here. They do up easily, and they've got quite a lot of room here. So I don't think they're particularly flattering. I don't necessarily want them skin tight, but I don't want them kind of baggy either. And they are too long. I mean, sometimes their regular is just right. I'm just going to see if I can get the light better onto the haul. See if that's better. But you know, if you've got, mind you, I've got heavy legs, so I don't like the cut of them, I suppose that's what I'm saying. if you can see that well enough, there is quite a lot of baggy fabric around here. And whilst I don't want them skin tight, I don't want them making me look bigger than I have to. And again, you know, who knows how this will wash, but it's quite fun, isn't it? Quite fun with a pair of jeans on a Saturday. Just to, you know, be knocking around the house in. I quite like it actually. I don't know whether I'll keep it because I don't think I can live long enough, but to wear all the jumpers that I've got already. Anyway, that's the jumper in the blue and the black trousers. And then I think I've got some dresses now. I don't know if I said actually that these jeans are £16, which is very good value, isn't it? And they do all sorts of shapes and styles. And I'm sure you've seen this on, you know, Instagram or whatever, but if you've got a jean that's too long, rather than cutting the hem off and trying to hem them, you simply put a tuck in the, so you would just machine along there and then cut the excess fabric off, and you just machine as closely into there as you possibly can. And then it kind of, that seam gets lost. Not very good colour to show you on, but it's all over the internet. If you want to just type in how to shorten jeans and you'll find it. So you just machine right in close here to whatever you need to cutting off. And then when you turn it back round, so effectively that's what happens. I've done it, it works. So that's those. And then this is, I put the Ponte jeggings back on. This is a dress, actually. This is classed as a dress, and it's £25, I think it must be, an acrylic mix. It's very comfortable, and you know, it's acrylic, polyamide, polyester, elastane, and all the rest of it. But it's quite pretty, isn't it? You can see it's got this, just this kind of subtle sparkle in it. As I say, it's very comfortable, very cozy, quite nice. I don't know, maybe, you know, if it's like between Christmas and New Year, I can't believe I'm talking about Christmas and the New Year, and you know, you just want something that kind of feels vaguely holiday, or just in the Christmas season leading up, you know, if you're just meeting friends for a drink or something. But it's a good length. And like I say, it's too short for me to wear as a dress, just a bit too short. But I quite often look at, you know, the shorter dresses and just think, well, I'll wear that with jeans or jeggings or whatever. And I think that looks perfectly nice, especially with maybe a chunky boot or something. I think that's quite pretty. So did I say the jumper dress is £25, and we've already said that the trousers were 12, so that's £37 for a respectable outfit, really, isn't it, for the holiday season, which will be fast approaching. So yeah, I think I've got a couple of dresses to pop on now. So this is Oatmeal knitted jumper dress, and again it's man-made fibres. This one is £28, and it's got this nice, what do they call that? I remember, what do they call that? Random dye, is it? I think random dye knit. It's got this nice deep cuff, which is actually kind of sewn in, so it is meant to be like that, which emulates the neckline on the cowl neck on the dress. Nice and warm. I put boots on with this, so given that it's still 22 degrees outside, yes, what I do for you. Obviously, in the winter, I would have black tights on with it. You wouldn't see my bare leg there, but not bad looking, is it? With a nice necklace on here, I think it could look quite good. This is an 18 too. I have to say that the Sainsbury sizing in there too is very generous. I don't think I've ever had anything from them that is too small. So, I mean, you know, it's a bit like you can see, but in the winter I would have tights on and that would just smooth all of this area out. So I think it's quite good value for money and I like the colour. So yeah, 2 more dresses. I've got a sneaky suspicion I've tried one of them before. I can't remember. So anyway, no harm. I must like it if I've tried it twice. So I'll go and pop those on now for you, and then we'll wrap up. And this dress is £22 and it's 100% viscose. It's called, well, I'll link everything, but it's called Animal Print Trophy Collar. Is that what that's called when you've got that? It must be called a trophy collar. It's, yeah, did I say it's £22? That's very cheap, isn't it? It's got, it's just pull on and it's very long and I'll show you, but it's got this tie belt, so I've just tied that up and bloused it up slightly. I kept the boots on because it's got green in. I mean, I know it's the wrong green, but not a bad dress for the money. Good kind of autumn dress. You'll see how long it is. So if I take that off, I mean, obviously you can just wear it loose. It fits fine. It's an 18, but it's actually down to my ankles. So, like I say, I just tied that reasonably tight and then just bloused it all up. I'm gonna sneeze, hang on. Oh, excuse me. Take my hair out because I've washed it this morning. If I leave it tied up all the time, I'll get a kink through the whole back of it if I haven't already. So yeah, that's the dress. It has got a button cuff here. It's a lot of dress for £22, isn't it? You know, look quite nice with a cardi over it, or it's got the green and the black. It's quite a nice soft, I'd say that's a soft olive green, wouldn't you? Black and ivory. So yeah, I've actually got 2 more dresses to show you. So this is quite a big haul actually. And they still haven't got all of their kind of autumn winter stock in yet. So there'll be more to come, I'm sure. I don't know if I've tried this on before or not. It just looks familiar, but I do really like it. It's a Gingham crinkled midi tea dress and it's £25 and it's a poly cotton mix, polyester and cotton mix. And I think with the right underwear, because it is quite slim fitting, you know what I think about these. Why are they there? It's got an elastic back. I mean, so they're not doing anything. Why don't you, people who make 2 clothes, why don't you get rid of these and put more pockets in your dresses? It's just a little suggestion. I don't suppose you're watching. So it's got this Empire bust line here, which fits very nicely on my boobies, and a V-neck, just pull on. It's clinging a bit around my necks, but my pants, but you know, with a pair of tights on, I think it's a really good transitional piece. That's what we call them, isn't it? A transitional piece. So yeah, with a little, you know, black cardi, or even you could just put a thin vest under it to make it warmer. But as we go into autumn, I think this is a really good dress. I really like it, so I think I might keep it. How much? £25. Yeah, I mean, that's your whole outfit, isn't it, for £25? It's got a great length sleeve, 3/4 sleeve. Yeah, it's a winner from me. So 1 more dress to try. This is a very similar design to the last one. This is polyester and elastane though, and this one is described as an Ikat cream and black patterned midi dress, and this is also £25. It also fits really nicely. It's also got these. It's got, I mean, you know, you might like them, I hate them. It's got this elastic here, so it's very comfortable. Pull on, nice length. I mean, again, a very good transitional piece. This could take you all through winter really, because with a cardigan or a jacket on with this, you know, if you're in an office, unless you're kind of waiting for buses or outside a lot, this is with tights on, you know, I think it's a really, and this won't need ironing either. So it's got this kind of, I don't know what you call that. It's like almost a pale orange colour, terracotta, I suppose, with the, don't know if that's dark brown or black, but it's a lot of, you know, you've got a whole outfit for £25 really, don't you? So yeah, so that's the last piece. I'll just sit down. It's really warm now, so I'm glad I got that mostly over and done with. So not a bad haul, and as I say, this is just the beginning of everything that's coming in from for the autumn winter season, whether we like it or not. In the UK, we've had a stay of execution because it's been so very warm. But it was actually nice to get into bed last night, like pull the covers over, you know, and not be like, yeah, it's hard to sleep, isn't it? So yeah, this has been my 2 at Sainsbury's haul. I've got a Roman haul next to do. They used to be called Roman Originals, but they seem to have dropped the Originals part. And so I'll be filming that very shortly. What else have I got in the pipeline? Oh yeah, I've got an interesting collaboration with a company, CBD oil. So it's like cannabis oil, but obviously not the marijuana part of the cannabis. I've got a funny story about that, but I'm not sure I can tell it. I'll have to get some words of wisdom from my daughter, who I know is just going to say, Mum, don't be so stupid. But it was only once in my whole 66 years. Anyway, yeah, I don't think there's anything else. As I say, if you haven't already, please subscribe, and I'll see you all next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.